Hey English learners, welcome back to the NHถี่podcast, your go-to English podcast for learning English step by step in a fun and simple way. I'm Aaron, and I'm Evan. Aaron, how are you today? I'm doing great, thanks. A little busy, but I'm staying positive. This morning, I coffee from my shirt, and instead of crying about it, I thought, well, at least now I have a reason to wear my favorite hoodie. That's good thing. For me, it was coffee too. I was deciding to drink that forgot to put the mud under the machine. Suddenly, the coffee was everywhere, except in my cup. Oh no, did you panic? For a second, yes. But then I thought, well, at least my kitchen smells like a cafe now. That's spirit. See, learners, life gives us little accidents every day. The trick is whether you complain or laugh about it. But Aaron, have you noticed? Our podcast is never complete without coffee in it. That's true. Somehow coffee always sneaks into our stories. Maybe that's where so many listeners grab a coffee before tuning in. Yeah, but you know what, Aaron? There's something else that gives me more energy than coffee this week. Oh, what's that? Our last challenges video, it blew up. We got so many comments, so many likes. Letters from all over the world shouting, give us more challenges. Honestly, the sky response gave me such boost of positive energy. Yes, you guys were amazing. The energies were unbelievable. We were writing. I survived B1. I made into the B2. I pushed through C1. And some brave soul even said, I conquered C2. So here we are, another one. But listen, we accept the same crazy energy again. Keep commenting, keep liking, and let English learners everyone know this challenge is waiting for them. That's right. And don't be shy. If you start at B1, writing it bluntly. If you make a C2, brag a little. You earn it. Yes, bragging is absolutely allowed. And remember, the comment section is not just for fun. It's your free writing practice. Every time you type your thoughts, you're sharpening your English. And here's the bonus. Many of us for it. If you upload a PDF transcript of this episode, you find it in the description. Use it to read along, review vocabulary, and shout out the sentence at your own pace. That's why you practice all four skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Perfect. So grab your coffee, put your phone on silent, and get ready. Because today's challenge is about something powerful. A mindset that's truly changed how you see the world. That secret power of positive thinking. Or in a simple words, learning to look on the bright side. Yeah, seriously, this topic is close to all of us. Positive thinking is not just about smiling and pretending everything is fine. It's about training your mind to focus on solutions instead of problems. I agree, and that's why I chose it for today's challenge. At first, we start simple, B1 English. Then, as the level rises, B2, C1, C2, the language gets richer, the ideas deeper, and maybe even a little philosophical. Right, that's right. So, let's begin. Level 1, B1 English. Okay, learners, let's start simple. Positive thinking is mean choosing a good thought instead of a bad one. Instead of saying, I can do this, you say, I'll try, I'll learn, I can do it. Yes, and notice, the problem doesn't disappear. Exam is still there. The work is still there. But your feeling changes because your thought changes. That's right. It's like a small switch in your head. One thought makes you feel heavy, another thought makes you feel light. Like carrying a backpack. If you say, this is too heavy, I hate it, the bag feels heavier. But if you say, this exercise, this making me strong, The bag feels lighter. Same bag, different feeling. That's a good example. Learners, remember this. Positive thinking doesn't mean the problem is gone. It means your mind says, I can handle this. And you know what? Positive thinking is also about focus. If you always look at negative side, you miss the small or good thing around you. Like when you get one mistake on a test, a negative thinker says, oh no, I'm terrible. A positive thinker says, I got many answers right, and I'll fix the mistake. Same text, but two different feelings. Yes, that's why people say, your thoughts create your world. If your thoughts are always negative, your world feels dark. If your thoughts are positive, your words feel brighter. So learners, here's your takeaway. Positive thinking is not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about training your brain to look for solutions instead of problems. Right, and that's level 1. Simple, clear, and powerful. Did you survive? If yes, congratulations. But don't relax just yet. It's time for level 2. B2 English. This level will get a little more serious, but sentences will be longer, the vocabulary richer, and the idea deeper. That's right. We talk about how positive thinking connects the responsibility and daily habits. Are you ready? Let's go into the level 2. So, here's the thing. A lot of people think positive thinking is just sitting back and imagining good things will be happening. But here's the truth. If you don't take action, those positive thoughts can turn into empty promises. Exactly. Imagine this. You have exam tomorrow. You sit there repeating, I will pass, I will pass, I will pass. That's not for motivation. But if your books are still closed, you'll never study. Well, you should have to face the music. Sure. Or think about fitness. You can say, I will be healthy, I will lose weight. But if your idea of exercise is not only walking to the fridge, then let's be real. This result will change. Yes. So here's the point. Optimism should always have hand in hand with action. Positive thinking can give energy, but action turns that energy into results. And how do we make sure that optimism stays alive? By practicing it every day. Optimism is a one-time thing. It's like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. Right? Small habits are the secret. For example, many successful people write down 3 good things that happen every evening. That's gratitude. Ours starts in the morning to repeat our positive phrase like, I can handle whatever comes our way today. And those small practices change your brain. You begin to see problems differently. You miss a bus? Instead of panicking, you might say, okay, at least I have a 10 minutes break, or maybe listen to my favorite English podcast, which of course is us. Always look on the bright side, right? Right. It's like saying every cloud has a silver lining. Even tough situations, you can find a small benefit if you choose to see it. That's an important shift. And learners, remember this. Optimism is not a gift that some people have and others don't. It's a skill. It's a choice. And with practice, it's become a habit. So the secret of level 2 is this. Don't just think positive. Live positive. Build habits. Train your brain. Combine optimism with actions. You always see real change in your life. Nice said. Because if you only dream but never act, then optimism is just fantasy. But when you take responsibility and create daily habits, optimism becomes a powerful tool. So that's level 2. More detail, more depth, and more idioms. Did you survive? If yes, well done. But now, buckle up. we're moving to level 3, C1 English. This is where the sentences get longer, the vocabulary get richer, and the ideas get a little heavier. Exactly. From here, it's not about just daily habits anymore. At level 3, we cover setbacks, failures, and how positive things have to rise again and when life knocks us down. So, listeners, if you're ready, let's step into the level 3, C1 English. At this level, we leave behind surface level positivity. Now, it's about resilience, ability to rise from setbacks, not with a smile painted on your face, but with strength carved into the character. That's so true. Life is halfway through in grooveball. You studied for a month and still fail the exam. You pour your heart into a project and it's collapsed overnight. You trust someone deeply and they disappoint you. In those moments, your negative whisper, why bother? You're not good enough. But positive thinking is rewrites the narrative. Failure is no longer final. It's become more formative. The setback is no longer a dead end. It's a detour, even a doorway. It's like saying, fall 7 times, stand up 8. That's not just optimism. That's grace in action. And this aware perspective matters. An optimist doesn't deny storm. They acknowledge thunder, the rain, the darkness. But also we keep our eyes fixed on the horizon, knowing that storms pass. Negative thinking builds walls, but positive thinking builds bridges over the flood. I once read that resilience people don't just survive hardship, they metabolize it. They digest pain, extract meaning, and convert it into the fuel for growth. That's the kind of positive that transforms tragedy into the triumph. And as psychologists backing this up, studies show optimistic individuals don't avoid pain. That's confirmed it, but they frame it differently. When one person says, this is a punishment, another says, this is reputation. The single shift interruption changes the entire trajectory of their life. Think about it. Two people face the same crisis, yet one sings on other shores. A difference is love, is mindset, and mindset learners is something you can train. So here's the challenge for you at level 3. Reflect on a setback in your life. How did you inspire it then? What is the end of the world? What could have been the start of something new? That's the power of positive thinking at the sleep level. Not shallow cheerfulness, profound resilience. Resilient. Okay, resilient. If you survive the level 3, and congratulations. You navigate heavier vocabulary, later idioms, and more complex ideas. But don't get too comfortable, because level 4, C2 English, is next. And then, we go beyond resilience into the philosophy itself. At this level, we're not just practicing English, we're exploring how positive thinking shapes your identity, our meaning, and even the way we define the life we live. That's right. This is the final past level of the challenge. Sentences will flow faster, the ideas will feel deeper, but the language will mirror the ways native speakers think and it reflects the real conversations. So, learners, if you make it this far, take a moment to be proud. Very few survive all the way to level 4. Are you ready for the ultimate test? Then let's begin. Level 4, C2 English. At this stage, we must confront our paradox. Positive thinking, if you read this mere cheerfulness, becomes superficial, of a near optimism, or crumble at the first signs of hardship. Choose positively. It's not blind denial of pain. It's the art of transmuting adversity into meaning. Precisely, it tends to treat positive as a recurrent mask, but genuine optimism is closer in inner discipline, a deliberate act of reframing. It's asked, what significance and assign the difficulty? How might the struggle shape me into someone wiser, steadier, more resilient? There's a powerful idioms. You can stop the waste. You can learn to serve. The metaphor runs deeper into seams. Life's turbulence is inevitable. Storms are non-controllable. But the choice lies in whether we trust helplessness or discover the balance within the chaos. And here's the way philosophy intertwines psychologies. With the flank of real suffering, stripped of meaning is unbearable, but suffering with why becomes endurable. In other words, the mind can transform anguish into growth and acting into purpose, which leads to the profound truth. Positive thinking is not about predicting repetition sunshine. It's about cultivating in conviction, even the darkness nights contain consolation. To think positively is the highest level, is to recognize the deeper hope are not opposites, but partner in shape, depth, and character. That's beautifully said. I often think of life as a tapestry, of joy, sorrow, failures, and triumph. Each is a thread. Isolated, the darker stands made early, but woven together in attention, will create a pattern far richer than perfection alone could offer. That's the point. And here's like the challenge for our listeners. Are you content with a greater illusion, applause, projection, fleeting comfort? Or are you waving something enduring? A legacy, a narrative of Elysium, a diving by purpose, rather consistent instead. That is the essence of C2 English. Nuanced agreements, abstract metaphors, complex structures. If you make it this far, you not only stretch your language, you stretch your thinking. Congratulations, learners. You survived the final pass, and perhaps like us, you realize that ultimately soft positive thinking is not about to believe that better days, but to build them thread by thread, thought by thought. And if along ways you found some of vocabulary difficult, don't worry, we got you covered. Yes, we prepare a complete PDF guide with all the key vocabulary, examples, and even practicing questions. You'll find it in the description below. Grab it, read along, and use it in shadow sentences at your own pace. That way, you're not just listening, you're actively learning. And don't forget to leave a comment. Tell us which letter survived, B1, B2, C1, or even C2. Your comment is just a feedback. It's your writing practice. Every time you share your thoughts, you're improving. So keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep building that positive mindset. See you in the next episode of NHÄT Podcast.